Or dealing with abuse of authority as well as ensuring SkillsFuture Singapore or SSG inspectors have the right skills to enforce new rules. Or these were some concerns raised in Parliament today as amendments to the SkillsFuture Bills were passed. SSG, the statutory board in charge of skills upgrading, will have enhanced powers to investigate those who abuse its funding. The move comes after a number of high-profile cases involving millions of dollars that were stolen through bogus claims. Some MPs also had concerns over how authorities intended to proactively keep an eye on training providers as part of efforts to ensure that participants get the most out of their courses. Others asked how the changes would be communicated effectively to training providers, as well as how SSG inspectors would be appointed.
Given this bill would give SSG greater enforcement powers, will SSG be resourced with additional staff with the right skill set to implement effective enforcement? I also note that the bill indicates extra financial expenditure. What is the expected increase in operating costs?
Regarding the appointment of inspectors, I would like to ask the Minister what the qualifications are to be an appointed inspector. As inspectors are given a degree of power and authority, what happens when such powers are abused? It would be expected that these inspectors discharge their duties professionally and in a demeanour expected of any public officer.
Minister of State for Education and Manpower Gan Xiao Huang says the government will continually review its policies. She adds that the amendments include safeguards against the abuse of authority, such as producing an SSG-issued identification card before inspectors can exercise any power. Those who abuse their power will also be subject to disciplinary action.
SSG has existing channels of communication with training providers, including circulars, engagements, and feedback channels. SSG intends to have dedicated sessions to explain to training providers the intent and substance of the amendments and engage them on any clarification that they might have. We will do our best to communicate these changes, but the onus rests on the training providers to ensure that they, their partners, and their staff adhere to the law.